In this video, I'm going to show you 3 systems that you can implement today in less than an hour that are going to help you add an extra 10 to 15% on your top line revenue. These systems I'm going to show you don't require you to generate more leads. It's all using your current clients and really maximizing the client lifetime value. All of these systems I show you are going to have all the resources and a full build along step-by-step tutorial with them that you can get access to completely free. To get access, just click the link in the description below. That will bring you into the school platform. Inside there, you'll have access to the automation vault. In the automation vault, you're going to find a bunch of resources and plug and play automations to help you save time, increase your client capacity, generate new leads, and drive more revenue in your business. So without wasting any more time, let's get into it. Okay, so if we are to increase our top line revenue by 10 to 15% without adding any new clients in there, essentially what we're talking about is increasing the customer lifetime value. And for that, we're going to be looking at 3 things. So we're going to be looking at collecting more cash, getting more renewals, and then getting the clients coming back after they've left. Now, arguably, you could talk about testimonials and referrals. The more a client gives you that, the more value that's added from that person. But that would be in generating new clients, and we won't even talk about that side of it. This is just your current clients right now that you have, what we can do to collect more cash, get more renewals, and then get them coming back after they leave. So, the first thing is when it comes to collecting more cash, people generally sit into 2 camps. You have the people who are MRR, and then you have the people who are pay in full. Now, I don't think it's necessarily what's better than the other, but what would be preferred. Like a lot of the time, the argument for the people who go towards MRR is I want security and I want to know this amount of money is coming in each month. I have, let's say, 10K recurring revenue coming in. But the problem is future money is not real money. Like things happen. Like people will opt out, people will be like, right, something happened, I have to pay for this instead, and you'll be the one that will get the cut. Like life happens and you will be caught out of that. So monthly recurring revenue, it's not promised. The only thing that's promised is pay in full because we collect all of that cash in one go. And when we do collect pay in fulls, we are then able to use that to invest in the business. We're able to use it to hire. We're able to use it for more marketing and more advertising to generate more revenue. Then again, compared to waiting on promised revenue and just hoping that it actually comes in. So, with the current clients that we have right now and the clients that are coming on, how can we collect more cash with pay in full as well? We could obviously offer them pay in fulls. We could offer like payment things like Klarna and Affirm and things like that. But of the people who do monthly, where they're like, yeah, I just want that low commitment at the start. I'm just going to do the monthly. How can we get more cash out of them? So what we're going to be doing is looking at the Ascension offer. So the Ascension offer basically works that when somebody starts coaching with you, when they're in days 11 to 35 and they are a split payment or a monthly, they would then enter this kind of criteria. Now, what we want is when that happens, they are going to populate into an Airtable view or a list where it's like, right, well, they meet the criteria. And then from here, you're going to get a notification from Slack. It'll look like something like this. If you use Pumble, it could be done via email, like all these different ways. And I show you exactly how to set it up. And when you get that notification, your job is essentially to go reach out to this person and you're going to offer them a discount for a pay in full. So they're about 2 to 3 weeks inside the program. They've already experienced what it is. They know that they like it. And then from there, you're going to say, hey, look, if you want to pay in full for the rest of the year, we'll cancel your monthly and you'll save 30% by doing a pay in full now. And then you give them a timeline like, hey, you have 15 days or 14 days to think about it after that the offer expires or something. Then from there, after we give them the offer, we want to track the results. So we want the results displayed on a dashboard, like how many people were offered, how many took it, how many didn't take it. So then we can use that data to improve our offer to be like, right, well, when we did this, we had 30%, but then we did this and they increased to 60%. It's like, cool, let's go with that. Let's keep iterating on that, get it better and better. But that is the Ascension offer. And I'll show you exactly how to build it on Airtable. It will look something like this, where they will populate into the list. We can track then whether they are accepted, denied, or unconfirmed. And then that will actually track the data for us to be able to see, like, right, well, of all the offers that we put out, here's how many people accepted the Ascension offer. Now, after that, we have getting more renewals. Now, the thing is, I don't think a lot of people realize this kind of money mat. So if we look at this here, our goal retention increases is 10 to 15%. We'll say that we currently have 100 clients. They pay us, let's say, 250 a month. And then we'll say that the average client length is 12 months. So that means that if a person stays with us for 12 months at 250, our current customer lifetime value is 3,000. And then if we got that increased by the 10 to 15%, that would be 3K multiplied by 1.1 to 1.15. So that would be 3.3 or 3.45. Now, what you've done is you've increased each person's lifetime value of $300 to $450 euro, whatever that is. So if you have 100 clients, that's an increased yearly lifetime value from the exact same clients, no changes, just your current clients, of an extra 30K to 45K per year of those exact same clients, just by increasing it by 10 to 15%. So if we get more renewals, let's say out of 100 renewals, if we get 10 to 15 of those, like, which is very, very reasonable, we would be increasing the lifetime value inside that business by 30 to 45K. So one of the biggest drivers of the renewals is simply forgetting that people were actually due for renewal. So then you have the renewal reminder. It's a very, very simple process. And again, I'm going to show you how to build this, but the simple process is basically when the client is, signed up with you, they go through their onboarding and their data is entered into the CRM, whether it's automatic or manual by you. From there, then, when they're due for renewal, 30 days beforehand, there is a little trigger. And that trigger then populates them into the ready for renewal or due for renewal on Airtable. It would look something like this. So on Airtable, we would see a list right now. There's currently nobody due for renewal. But if I go to any of the views here, I'll pretend that this fella here is due for renewal in 2 days' time. If I go to due for renewal, we'll see now Aaron here is due for renewal on this date. Now, on there, we can have automatic coach alerts where you get a notification, something like this, where it will then populate and say, hey, this fella is going to be due for renewal within the next 30 days. Go basically reach out and start planting that seed, create that conversation, whatever it is. Maybe you need to book a call with the clients, but we're giving ourselves a chance to kind of mention it to the clients and then basically say, hey, what exactly will you be doing? And then from there, we might be able to do something like, hey, if you want to do like the Ascension offer them like a 30% discount if they renew for another year, you could do that. So you could build a vision and plant the seed and then offer that discount for a pay in full. And then from there, we basically want to track the outcome. Like, did they renew? Are they offboarding? Are they downselling? Have they agreed? Have you not asked yet? And you can track that then in like Airtable like this, where it's like, right, they renewed, where you would then change a renewal date. They agreed to renew. They agreed to a low ticket offer. They're offboarding, whatever it is. And then from there, if you wanted, you could actually build out a full dashboard and everything to show this kind of stuff. Really, we just want to see after. You'll probably be using this for about 6 months before any useful data will be inside there. But yeah, we want to track the outcome. And then from there, if you wanted, you could actually use like a performance dashboard to show like what is your actual renewal rate from program to program. So again, I will show you how to build all that. It will be in the tutorials inside school. Now, the third thing is getting clients come back. So what we have to look at is a lot of the time coaches will go, right, you're finished, see you later. It was great working with you. Can I have a testimonial? Can I have a referral? Okay, cool, thanks, see you later. Good luck. So they send that person off. So the person goes, right, they're in the coaching program, they send them off, they're now inside this kind of graduated list and they're never contacted again. Now, the reality is, like, one, they still need you. Even when somebody graduates, like, there's going to be a point where they will still need your coaching or they will still be better off with your coaching. And then things change. Like, they might have stopped because they were in a tougher financial position, or let's say they were buying a house, so they needed to reduce their expenses to secure a mortgage, or like things might only be temporary. It doesn't mean that they're gone forever, that they could never come back. So what you can do is you can set up a system for essentially reoffering people back into the program. Now, the way that this system works is it's kind of in the graduation process that it starts. And it goes along with like a few other systems that you could set up. But essentially, what we want to do is we want to set up an exit survey. That exit survey is basically going to ask them to commit to some sort of a goal over the space of the next 6 weeks. So we're going to get a goal commitment out of that. The only reason that we do the goal commitment is because we need a reason to be able to contact them again after they leave, rather than just being like, hey, how are you? Out of the blue. We're going to follow up with them on the goal that they committed to. Now, we have to see, like, right, what is the outcome of that goal? So, if they achieve that goal, that is amazing. They achieve the goal. You then have more social proof to show that, hey, what you're doing works for longer, like after the program and everything like that. And then if they don't achieve the goal, that's where you're going to offer them back into the program, where it's like, right, well, you are then going to say, right, hey, want to come back on an accountability package, or we're just launching this new program. It might be best suited for you, or whatever. It all depends on the person and what's going to be suited for them. If you wanted, then you could start the actual offer tracking. So you could start tracking the performance. Like, all right, you offered all these people, 75% said yes, 25% said no, or whatever it is. And then it's up to you what you actually do with like tracking what specific offer you actually gave the person. But simply following up with them in 6 weeks, and it doesn't have to be 6 weeks. You can use it for whatever time you want. It's up to you. And you can set up an automation to automatically let you know that, hey, this is the time to go follow up with the person. In Airtable like this, you will see the past client re-engagement list. Right now, there is nobody inside this list that matches the conditions. So what will happen is when a client is set to graduated, it will then go set the follow-up date for that client as 6 weeks from now. We can change that to be closer just for this example here. So say here, and then in the past client re-engagement system, we'll say, hey, we're supposed to follow up with this client on this date. When that date is due, you'll get a notification, something like this, and then you'll be able to see like, right, I need to go follow up with this past client today. And then you can track, right, did we actually offer them? Is it unconfirmed, denied, accepted, whatever it is? Then from there, that data will be automatically tracked and displayed on the conversion dashboard. So that is the systems. I've recorded full build alongs inside the school platform. So there's 3 of them, one for each automation, and all the resources, everything, even the Airtable base that you can just copy and start using straight away is inside there. So to get it, just below the video, you'll see a link in the description, and you basically click on that link. It'll bring you to school. You pop in your details, you'll be able to join school, and then inside there, you'll have access to the automation vault. Not only will you have this, but you will have a bunch of other automations inside there, everything from onboarding to smart check-in systems. Like, there's a mountain of stuff inside there. It will keep you busy for a while. And if you have any questions about setting this up or as you're doing it, as always, just pop it up.